In this video I'll be teaching you how to make a professional YouTube banner similar to the one on your screen now. Right, the first thing you want to do is pick your background colour. Now I've gone for a nice red and dark red gradient for mine. And now you need a texture to put on your background layer. So I've gone for this nice wall looking texture. You can find any texture you want, just make sure it suits your colour that you've chosen. Normally change the blend mode to luminosity as well. You find that in the blend options above the layers tab. I normally use the eraser tool to erase the edges of the texture just to give it a smoother look. You don't have to do it, it's all about preference at this point. Alright, here you want to add your main photo for this banner. Now change your photo to the luminosity like we did earlier. This will turn into your background colour. Okay, to create the logo page, you're going to need to use your pen tool to create diagonal lines across the banner using the rulers. After you've moved the diagonal plate across to the edge of the picture, you're going to hit W on your keyboard and select the shape. Select the layer that's merged between your background and your texture, and hit Ctrl or Command J on your keyboard to duplicate the shape into the background. Now select the Effects tab underneath the Layers panel and click Drop Shadow onto this duplicated layer. This will make the duplicated diagonal plate visible. Now select the polygonal lasso tool by holding down the third tool on the left bar. Start outlining the picture that has overlapped the diagonal plate and remove that from the canvas. Insert the logo and place it over the plate like I do here. Select the logo layer and then the Effects tab underneath the Layers panel and add a gradient. I use a white, grey, white. After you've added your gradient, select Bevel and Emboss to make your logo stand out even more. I wanna be someone you never replace. I only see pain when I stare at my face. And damn, open your eyes, open your heart, open your mind. You're taking your time, you're taking too long. They're gonna forget you without a new song. It's kind of funny how now for your nameplate, you'll have to do it the same as you did with the logo plate earlier on. After you've selected the chosen area, right click and choose Make Selection and duplicate the background layer again. On the duplicated nameplate, click the Effects tab underneath the Layers panel and choose Inner Shadow this time and play around with the settings to your liking. Use the eraser tool to rub out the far right side of the nameplate. Realign your logo so it mixes the logo plate and the nameplate well. Click the nameplate layer and click Effects and add an overlay. Change the color to black and lower the opacity for more shadow. After you've added the shadow, add your text to the nameplate and size it to your liking. I added some sparks to my image to make it look a tiny bit better.
To remove the black background from most stock images, you can click blend option and choose light done. This next part is optional, but I use a brightly coloured shape to perfectly mark out the rulers for the next plate. Like we've done previously, use the pen tool to outline the rulers you've just created, right click, click make selection and duplicate the background layer again.
Shame on me for letting myself get so in-depth in it. Knew you were trouble right from the beginning. Taylor Swift shit. Remember when you made me that CD?
Now add a drop shadow to the social plate and change the settings to your liking.
I'm gonna miss all your cousins, but nothing is the same as it used to be. I called this shit to the T, and now there'll never be a you and me. So when the club lights fade, it's all of this ganja, you smoked it away. It's all of this drinking just isn't the same. And finally you sit back and think about me. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I said I'll be fine. I'll be just fine. You just go on and keep living your life. Yeah, when the club lights fade, it's all of this ganja, you smoked it away. It's all of this drinking just isn't the same. And finally you sit back and think about me. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I said I'll be fine. I'll be just fine.
This part is also optional, but go to your brush settings, turn the pixels down to roughly 2 and choose to your background colour. And now I go over the plates with my pen tool, creating a highlight and then erasing the spare parts out. After you've used the pen tool to select your highlighted area, right click it and click stroke path and then delete the path after that.
I really do wish you the best on every path that you step. Whether it's with a new guy or you go back to your ex. See, I want you to know that I always gave you my best. And I was loyal to the end and didn't cheat like the rest of these dudes. No, I ain't saying I was perfect. I just thought that what we had was worth it.
For the outline of the logo, use your pen tool once again and go around a certain amount of the edges of the logo. Right click and stroke path again. Make sure your brush remains on 2 pixels width. After you have outlined the logo, add any other text required to any other plate you want. Finally, increase the size of your brush and make sure it is on the soft brush option. Then, choose your selected colour, in this case red, and go over certain parts of the banner as shown here. Change the blend mode of this highlight colour to either overlay or soft light. These both look really good. If it's too much, lower the opacity.
Don't worry, I said I'll be fine, I'll be just fine. You just go on and keep living your life. Goodbye.